It happened around 10 o'clock last night. A southbound Canadian Pacific Railway freight train derailed about 3 miles south of Brownsville, Minnesota in Houston County.
15 train cars left the track. 6 ended up in the Mississippi. Thankfully, though, no one was hurt. News 8's Kyle Dimke now joins us with the latest.
Well, Mike and Martha, the train tracks parallel the Mississippi River and Highway 26. The derailment actually happened right at the Brownsville overlook, so those train cars in the river are in the upper Mississippi Wildlife Refuge. Early reports showed no leaks, but as the day progressed, that changed. Houston resident Sue Fletcher says she's actually sick to her stomach seeing these train cars on their sides and in the Mississippi River instead of standing upright.
Somebody texted me that this happened, and I just started to cry.
Fletcher says she volunteers at and visits the Upper Mississippi Wildlife Refuge 3 to 4 times a week.
This is a wetland of international importance. We get 15,000 tundra swans out here. We get millions of ducks out here. This is critical habitat that we have spent our money to restore.
15 cars in total left the tracks. 6 of those ended up in the river, all of them carrying vegetable oil. It wasn't until about noon when emergency crews were finally able to get onto the ice to inspect the cars and realize that one of the tankers was leaking.
So that's what we're working on right now, is to stop the tank from continuing to leak and recover the oil that we know is right there around the tank.
The EPA says vegetable oil is the same as petroleum when it's in the water. If it comes in contact with any wildlife, it can affect an animal's ability to keep warm. But Canadian Pacific Railway says stopping the leak isn't a simple fix right away.
The challenge is that we don't see a way to get those cars out of the river while they're still loaded, and those are loaded rail cars.
CP says the tankers need to be unloaded before they can safely be removed from the river.
We're going to put track back in place so that we can take empty rail cars and station them adjacent to the rail cars that are in the river. Then we can take that product that's in those rail cars in the river, remove that, move it safely into this other vessel.
Members of the local organization Citizens Acting for Rail Safety says this is another example of what they are working to prevent.
I hate to use the analogy, but we've dodged another bullet. This could have been Bakken crude or something much more hazardous.
Canadian Pacific has put 5 of the 15 derailed train cars back on the track already, and it expects to have track put in place sometime overnight to get the cars in the river emptied out. The company says it is too early to tell how long that process will take, though.
Thanks, Kyle. And the cause of the derailment is still under investigation. There is no timeline on just how long that will take.
Also, no word on just how much vegetable oil actually leaked from the tanker car, but the EPA says those cars can hold up to 28,000 gallons.